For many years, I was a people pleaser. I was avoiding conflict at all costs, and I was allowing people to behave with me in ways that I didn't find fair. Until some life transitions brought me to the position in which I needed to set boundaries. But I didn't even know what boundaries were and how to apply them. So I first had to understand what boundaries are. And in my opinion, boundaries are the best way to keep relationships alive and respectful, by letting others know where your limits lie, when is it too much, and saying no whenever you think it is necessary. But being aware that you need boundaries and understanding what boundaries are is actually the easiest part. The hardest part is to set those boundaries, to start saying no, to start setting your limits, to communicate it to people. And to be honest, there is no real solution for this because it depends on so many things. So what it worked for me and what I believe it could work for everyone is to just start. Set the first boundary. Say no. Show your limits. Communicate what bothers you. And then you will start feeling that it is not so bad after all. That you were just overthinking it. That it is really healthy. That others also set boundaries. And you see that the people that receive those boundaries most of the times accept them. They also see them as necessary. And if it is people that loves you, people that support you, people that want to have you in their lives, they will understand. And once you start seeing that saying no and putting limits becomes a thing, that it is not so bad after all, that it's actually not so difficult, then you gain momentum. And setting boundaries becomes a habit, a very needed habit, a very healthy habit. Also, you start accepting boundaries from others. You start seeing them as the best way to keep relationships healthy, to keep moving forward. Let me give you one tip in case you cannot start with that first boundary. Look at others. Look at how others set boundaries. Sometimes it's not very clear, but pay attention when they say, no, I don't like that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't have time for that. They are setting healthy boundaries. Copy them. See how they react. See how they communicate. And see how those boundaries land on you. And you will see that it is normal. That it is very healthy and very needed. I'll give you an example so understanding boundaries and setting boundaries can be a bit more clear for you. Let's say you are at work and your boss comes and says, look, I need you to work extra 2 hours today because I have to go somewhere and I cannot finish the task, so I will need you to take over. And you think, I cannot really tell my boss no. I want to show him that I care about this job. I need the job. I'm afraid he will not be very flexible with me next time. But you know inside yourself that you cannot, that you have already an appointment with someone else. Then you said no. And you explain it very nicely. Look, I cannot. I had already an appointment. If I would known earlier, I could have postponed that appointment and stay here for those 2 hours that you need me, but I really cannot. I'm very sorry. I hope you understand. That's it. A healthy boundary was set. If the other person doesn't accept it the same way, then it's the other person's problem. We have to learn to say no. We have to respect ourselves. We have to show to others that we have needs, that we have other things to do, that we have limits. We have to stand for ourselves. We have to respect ourselves. And we have to set healthy boundaries. And others have to understand that. We have to show them that we value our time, that we value our needs, that we are not always going to be available. And that way, we set the tone for healthy relationships. And one more thing that I want to share with you about setting boundaries. once you are communicating those boundaries, do it with love, do it with respect, do it with kindness. Use the right words. Don't get aggressive. Because it happened to me that at the beginning, I was becoming a bit aggressive and very expressive, and I was coming across weird. The message was right, the delivery was wrong. So when you set boundaries, focus on the message, but also the delivery. Because if you deliver with the wrong tone, the message is irrelevant. So that's it, boundaries. Understand them, set them, gain momentum, see how important they are for your life, and build beautiful and healthy relationships. Thank you for watching. Follow me if you like this kind of videos, and I'll see you in the next one.